Griffin the Griffin by BlackWing. Chapter 85. Aftermath. I woke up feeling intense anguish, my body not sure what to make of itself. Everything was muddled, confused. I decided to try taking stock of myself and go from there. Okay, everything hurts. Which includes... what? Arms, legs, wings. Okay, wings. Which means I'm a griffin again. Where am I? Am I dead? Didn't think you could feel pain when you're dead. Other than that, bed, silk sheets, pillow, cool but stale air. I'm on the ship.
Hey, he's waking.
That voice. Gilda. What? Ow. I was struggling to open my eyes, and failing that, I simply let myself lay there.
Well, well, Captain. It seems you've gotten yourself in quite the predicament.
I heard Cable's voice.
Yeah! 15 hours of surgery! 5 on your human self, and 10 on the griffin body. You are quite lucky to have that other form, else you would have been dead in mere minutes.
Gehrman is here too. My wing?
I'm sorry. He's gone.
Furnace. No.
No! It's not fair! Flying is...
I'll never be able to fly again. My wing. It's a part of me. And it's just gone. That fast. I finally took the time to process that Ember had, in fact, ripped it off and then ate it.
That bitch! I'll kill her! I'll fucking kill her!
Speaking of her, when we found out who she was, what she did, we were ready to kill her. She had to fight us off and explain what happened, and then she said she wanted to be here when you woke up, but I outright refused. There's no way in hell we'd let her anywhere near you after what happened. She then just kind of left.
Gilda explained. Ah, that she did, but not before she had left you something. Steelhorn mentioned, when he entered the room and slumped down hard on a chair, tossing a scroll to me. A letter? I must apologize for your wounds. I know that a letter isn't enough, and I know you've never realized why I despised you. I hope you'll come to realize it one day. I must warn you, though, that while I fought them back inside, that you just released an evil far older than you can imagine. Hell, older than what the princesses could imagine. I will admit, taking your powers of flight was unforgivable, and while I would like to make amends, I likely will never get the chance to. I took the lives of both the innocent and guilty at Masonry, and the only thing that stopped me from taking more was you. That scale, it's one of mine. It's harder than your old sword ever was, and may it one day be useful for you. I pray that, if our paths ever do meet again, that I can make amends. Ember. She left that in the scale, so to give it to you. I don't know why. The Minotaur slumped on a chair heavily and allowed a sigh. Trouble seems to follow you like flies at a picnic, Captain. She thinks I'll just leave it at that? She went to Masonry because she somehow knew I'd be there. Probably that Ritz that was with her, since she's some kind of a psychic. She went there knowing that's where I'd go and waited for me. Give me some damn parchment. Let's get one thing straight. I hate you. I won't look for you, I won't keep track of you, and I won't try to get revenge. If by chance we cross paths, I expect you to turn around and walk away. Because if you ever seek me out, head me off like this time, or say a single word to me in greeting if we ever meet by chance, the only thing I'll do is cover you in black flame, something I should have done in the first place and spared myself all this trouble. And you're right. You can never make amends for what you did. And I hope you feel the sting of guilt for as long as you live, and even after. Griffin. Submito ad Ember. Fuck you. With the letter sent, my eyes drifted to the broken remains of Hades, both handle and blade, as well as my battered but no worse for wear armor sitting against the wall. Damn it. Now I need to go get Hades fixed. I wish Howie had stuck around. Except I still don't have enough to pay him, and given my condition, I don't think I'll be able to get it for quite some time. What the fuck does she expect me to do with that scale? Suddenly, a flame of fire engulfed all the way of my cabin. I practically leaped out of bed, reaching the hilt of my blade, only to remember its destruction, and that I couldn't possibly reach for it from my bed. As quickly as the flames appeared, they vanished, a news scroll sitting on my lap. Damn it, I'm jumping at every little thing now. I may have committed a wrong, but do not test the temper of one who can destroy you. Ritz is a powerful earth pony, unable to perform much magic. You aided me. Don't make me forget that. I swallowed hard, then told them to burn the letter. I didn't even want to think about her anymore. I just wanted to put this all behind me. My wing, that letter, the tone. She's not sorry at all! That bitch is just saying it half-assed. It's like you kill someone's pet and say, "Oh, well, I'm sorry you loved it, but it's your fault for getting attached." I know you don't realize why I despised you. Because I killed her dad, right? Wait. Hold on just a second. Just a damn second! Her dad? She's human! When I killed him, she hadn't known him for more than a month. It was an excuse for her beating the tar out of me. She said sorry. I said apology not accepted. She turns around and threatens me. I have every right to be angry. If I ever see her again, I'm not even gonna give her the chance to walk away. Griff, I'm gonna stab her in the back and light her up, then look at her eyes as she dies and smile. Ha! I don't care if I do it in Celestia's throne room. I was unprepared and I tried to help her. And look at what happened to me. This is the thanks I get. I should never have listened to Ritz. I'm not being a nice guy anymore. It gets me nowhere. I'll kill her and eat her, and we'll see how fucking much she likes it. Oh, but that's not all. No, I'll wait till she thinks I'm over it. Till she starts to trust me. Then it'll be even sweeter when I betray her and gut her like the swine she is. She wants a war. I'll fucking give her a war! Suddenly I felt a slap across my face, and Gilda was looking at me with tears in her eyes. I realized then just how crazy I was acting, and how much I must have been worrying her. One of the generic medical ponies we brought on board stuck me with a needle, and suddenly I felt very depressed.
This isn't the Griffin I know,
she said as she walked out. That hurt. Wait, no. Don't leave. Please,
He's been through quite an ordeal. He's going to be working through some psychological problems. I think right now it's best to just give him his space so he can work through it.
No, stupid nurse. I don't want to be alone. I need a hug. It was too late. They all left the medical bay. My wing got ripped off, and they pumped me full of something that makes me want to cry. And now, they left me all alone. I don't want to be alone. No. Now that would be letting them win. I'm not going to let them win. I will not fall back into the pit of despair that claimed me before. I need to get better, stronger, so that mountains will crumble with my footsteps, and even the gods themselves will quake when they hear my name. Do not test the temper of one who can destroy you. Conceited bitch should listen to her own advice. The only reason she's alive is because I decided not to kill her, and had only tried after my speed and protect spells wore off. She ripped off my wing, and I didn't stand a chance anymore. I could have walked in there, and while she was still sitting, torched her with the fires of death and the first blow instead of smacking her around. She had pushed my temper, and when we next meet, she'll feel my fury firsthand. The next day, the rest of my crew was hesitant to visit me, fearing I'd have another breakdown. I was alright, if only still slightly depressed about losing my wing. I mean, it's my wing. It's a part of me and it's gone. I'll never get it back. Eventually, they made their way down to the medical bay for a visit. Time to start this off properly. Listen, everyone, I'm sorry about my whole lashing out thing yesterday.
It's all right. You were under a lot of stress, and then, after what happened...
No, it's not all right. I shouldn't have acted the way in front of you. Gilda took me into a very gentle hug, which was joined by Nadine, and a pat on the head from Growl. You guys, please, never leave me alone. Yesterday when you left, probably partly due to the drugs, but still I was afraid you wouldn't be coming back. The truth is, it's alright. You don't have to say it, the cat reassured me. But I do. The fact is, I'm scared. I almost died out there. For a long time I've been ready to die, just putting it off, but okay with it. But when I look around at you all, I have something I never had before. I'm not ready to die anymore, because that would mean being all alone again, and leaving all of you without me. I'm scared of losing all of you. Most of all, Gilda. I'm sorry for everything. She put a claw to my beak, telling me to hush.
The important thing is that you came back alive. Nothing else matters.
Even that I'll never fly again?
Oh, bah! Quit being a drama queen. I'll have a new wing fixed up in a jiffy, and you'll be right back out there,
Gearman chided.
Well, it looks like we're both chewed up now, Griff, Trixie added, getting out of her hospital bed and waving her hoof in my face. I'm free to walk around, but not fit for duty yet. Given that your ribs were turned into powder, I think you'll be here a bit longer, though. Ah, yes. I had to remove the bone fragments, and had Steelhorn forge a new set of ribs and place them instead. But the surgery was invasive, and you'll be in that bed for the next month while your muscles are reattached and recover their strength. The shoulder was salvageable, and will take 2 weeks to heal.
What about my other body?
Your ribs were only cracked, so they were set and repaired by the healing spell. But your eyes...
Nadine looked at me with great sorrow.
They're gone, and we can't replace them. If you ever decide to turn human again, you'll be blind while you are. We cauterized the inside of your eye sockets, so no air can get in them, and the open nerves won't cause any pain.
What happened? I mean, when you found me.
Can everyone leave us alone for a bit?
Gilda asked. Everyone else nodded and left the room.
Well, after you flew down to confront her, that pony Ritz started talking in my head. Damn psychics. She told me you were in trouble, so the whole crew came down to bail you out. We saw the human with the sword fighting the bone dragon, and then you, laying on the ground. When I saw you, all broken, I was so afraid you'd die. She wound up beating that thing with our help, and then she changed herself back with your amulet and sort of fused with the thing she was fighting. Then we brought you on board, and then started working on you. When we realized who she was, I was damn near ready to rip her head off, but I wanted to know what happened first. After hearing the story, getting you looked after was the most important thing, and I wasn't really sure what you wanted us to do with her, so we let her go.
With her explanation filling in the blanks, I slumped down in bed and sighed, looking over at my bandaged stump again. I was an idiot again. I got hurt again, and now I'm in the hospital. Again. Why do you put up with me? I was really close to dying this time. What if next time, if I died, you'd be miserable, and I wouldn't even be around to comfort you? That's the worst part of all. If I die, I'm gone, but then I'm leaving you here. We both know what it's like to be alone. I never want to go back to that, and I don't want to put you through that either.
Then get better. I'll enter the crew for you for now. You just focus on getting healed up. Then you'll figure out a way to come back stronger than ever. After all, you've got a whole month to think about it.
A freaking month. I'm gonna go stir crazy.
Too bad, too.
She put on a troll face.
I was wondering why I was so insatiable lately, so I did some reading. Turns out with some griffins, their estrus cycle is triggered by having an of-age male around. Well, once you showed up and we had fun for a bit, guess who's fertile for the next month?
You gotta be kidding me. Should have guessed with the way you've been acting lately. It's almost a good thing I'm in a cast, or else we would have had a major problem on our hands. Still, how are you gonna manage?
Oh, I'm sure Trixie or Nadine will be willing to help.
Wait, they're that way? Really?
Actually, they're both. You forget that given the gender ratios here, most are rather flexible in their preferences. Remember, I told you where I worked before, and all my clients were mares. It's gotta tell you something.
More than I ever wanted to know about My Little Pony. Sounds like a bad excuse for shipping in a lousy fanfic.
Still, don't worry me like that again. I love you, and I don't know what I'd do without you. You can't lay next to a book, tell it your troubles, and have it hold you while you're sleeping.
That geek Twilight would disagree, but you remind me of something. I reached over to the table, but following the pain in my chest, I decided it would be better if I lay still.
Actually, I think you can get it. I'm a little tied up.
I motioned to the literal net of bandages wrapped around me.
Yeah, but why?
For the next month, I'm giving you command of the crew. I want you to do a good job, and the best way I can do that is to give you everything I know.
Griff, you said it's not just your knowledge in there, but all your deepest hidden thoughts. You're basically telling me to read your diary. Are you okay with that?
Gilda, if I can't trust you with my mind, how can I trust you with my physical health, or the crew for that matter? I love you, and I know that I can trust you with this. A single tear of joy came to her eye, which she tried to hide and wipe away. I pretended I didn't see to spare her the embarrassment.
Aye, aye, Captain.
By the way, where's Etch been? I haven't seen him in a good 4 days.
Oh, well, there's actually a bit of good news. After we cleaned up the ones we rescued from that ship, he recognized a pair of dogs.
You mean he found his family?
They were tied up on that slave ship with the ponies. But yeah, we found them. His wife and son both safe and sound. They've been catching up.
Well, at least some good came out of this. Still gonna murder Ember next time I see her. I turned to look at my stump again, then let out a sigh. She's too dangerous, too powerful, and most of all, too unstable. And she's made me her enemy. The fact that even though the ceremony was a farce, I'm still a knight of Equestria. I should be able to just up and kill her with no legal repercussions. Given her history of assaulting Princess Luna, destroying royal property, opening the freaking Black Vault, I don't think anyone would raise questions if I decided to kill her. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Trying to talk my enemies down has only gotten me hurt. Next time we go to Camelot, I want you to get a copy of every newspaper from the past year, since Discord's escape, from their archives. So far, all the humans we've run into, except Echo, have been violent and had severe mental issues, myself included. I want to see if I can find a pattern in the events, and maybe set up a timeline. If there's any more out there like her, I want to be ready.